Voters believe that Rishi Sunak is secretly planning to privatise the NHS. Let's look at this exclusive from Byline Times. Let's go, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in the world. This is REGANELITE here with an exclusive from Byline Times. And their voters believe Rishi Sunak is secretly planning to privatise the NHS. Now, the vast majority of us believe that the Conservative Party are privatising the NHS. But when you actually put the word out there, how many people actually, the public themselves, actually believe it? And that's really the interest where it really lies. And the headline is, voters believe Rishi Sunak is secretly planning to privatise the NHS. 1610 voters don't trust the government's promise to keep the National Healthcare Service in the public hands. So let's have a look a little bit more in detail here. Rishi Sunak's Conservatives are not trusted by the British public to keep the NHS free to use, according to an exclusive new poll for Byline Times. Now this article is pretty old, yeah, to be fair, so bear with it. But I still think it's worth highlighting for sure. Ahead of the 75th anniversary of the NHS this week, Sunak promised to ensure that it would always be there for you whenever you need it. He also insisted that he has no plans to introduce any new charges to use the National Healthcare Service. However, a new poll found that most Brits simply do not believe him. According to the new survey by pollsters Omnisis, 6 in 10 voters, 59%, do not believe that the Conservative Party will keep the NHS service free at the point of delivery. This compares to just 23% of voters who do not trust the party to keep the National Health Service free to use. No. You just, with the way it is going, you just don't trust them. And it's a case of, you know, the way the system is paid, we pay into a national insurance. Everybody pays this tax that everybody who contributes to the United Kingdom. The way it works is it pays as a tax in order to fund the healthcare service that allows us to go to the healthcare service and not worry about paying for the bills. What they want to do is they want you to directly pay out of your own pocket instead of paying for a tax. And that will mean that you will have to empty your savings account to save your mum dying from cancer, for example, something which absolutely destroys people over in America because of the schemes that they have over there. That is the direction that we are heading under this Conservative government. Now, yes, I know people are saying the vast majority of it is in the hands of private healthcare, national healthcare services. Now, that doesn't mean that that the Labour Party, when they take over at the next general election, which is likely they will, doesn't mean to say that they still can't reverse some of this damage. Can the NHS be saved? There's been a question that people have been asking. I believe it can be. But whether or not it will is another matter. It follows previous Omnisis polling published by the Byline supplement last week, showing that voters believe the current government has betrayed NHS workers. The survey found that 71% agreed that nurses and doctors have been betrayed by the government since the pandemic, with just 14% disagreeing. Yeah, I mean, from what they've done at that time, people were very much grateful for it, and it seems like the government just completely backstabbed them after it. So people see that betrayal from the government. Sunak publicly supported the Clap for Carers campaign, which encouraged members to stand outside their homes and applaud the NHS workers. However, when asked by Omnisis whether the government had lived up to the spirit of the Clap for Carers campaign, just 9% said they had, compared with 65% who said they hadn't. The findings come as two new polls suggest that Sunak's party is set to lose the upcoming by-elections in Uxbridge and Salisbury. In the latter seat, polling commissioned by 38 degrees found that the NHS is now the number 2 issue for voters, with half saying they were either directly or indirectly affected by the NHS waiting list. On a visit last month to a warehouse in Kent, the Prime Minister insisted he had a very, very good plan to deal with the issue involving moving some services to supermarket clinics. However, overall waiting lists remain at record highs, despite some progress being made on reducing some of the longest waits within the service. Latest poll comes as A senior Conservative MP claimed that the current NHS model is not sustainable in its current form. Former Health Secretary Sajid Javid made the latest push for the UK to move to a system of private insurance instead, telling Sky News there should be an honest debate about how healthcare is funded in the UK. They want an American service. Now, this is nonsense. Okay, when they tell you that they can fund it, they can't fund it. They are lying to you. The money is there. They don't want to put it in there. Okay. And then when they do put it in there, they make sure it doesn't go directly to the NHS. It goes straight into the private companies who already have a firm grip inside the NHS. So don't trust this. That is nonsense. You know, you do not want to go down that road. We don't. A lack of trust. Doubts have previously been raised about the Prime Minister's own personal commitments to the NHS. Well, he's had meetings with private health firms in the US. It's been the news. It's been out there, hasn't it? To be fair. Last year, Sunak campaigned for the Conservative Party leadership on a platform of introducing new charges for anyone failing to turn up to GP appointments, despite warnings that it would lead to a slippery slope of new charges. After becoming PM, it was also revealed that Sunak and his family were registered with a private GP offering £250 consultations. However, Sunak has since distanced himself from the plans to introduce charges of any kind for the NHS, with his spokesman telling journalists this week that there are currently no plans to do so. Dissatisfaction over the government's handling of the health service does appear to be driving voters into the hands of the opposition, according to our polling. Today's survey found that voters are much more likely to trust the Labour Party to keep the NHS free to use. 47% said they trust Keir Starmer's party to keep the NHS freely available. However, a significant chunk of voters do have some doubts about the service would remain free under a Labour government, with 32% saying they don't trust the party to keep it at public hands either. Yeah, I'm sceptical as well with Labour, but I am sceptical. But I do also believe that there will be people within Labour who will push very, very hard, to try and protect the National Healthcare Service from that. But I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a long, hard battle. That is for sure, guys. But we have to keep talking about it, and we have to keep fighting really hard if we want to try and save our National Healthcare Service. You know, if you have children or you've got children's children, you know, they are going to pay the ultimate price if they have to pay for healthcare, guys. They will pay the ultimate price, and it is going to be an absolutely horrible one for them to have to pay out of their own pocket to stay healthy, as opposed to just paying a tax like everybody, like the system that we have now. You know, the stories in America are just horrifying, and they want to implement it here so that they can make money out of our well-being, of our health, basically making money out of our health. And if we die, for them it's like, too bad, can't make any more money out of that person, because that's what we're seen as, cash cows. We're seen as nothing more than cash cows with these private healthcare firms. Nothing more, nothing less, guys. What do you think of this polling? Let me know down in the comments below. Can we save the NHS? Do you think it can be saved? Can we trust Labour? Is Sunak what do you guys think of Sunak's plans? Let me know. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I will catch you all very, very soon.